Young homie. Tim's after school?
I don't have school.
Homie, I snorted an entire textbook page. I am school.
So this is a more of the clothes I would wear in spring, as you can see by the anime skirt. It's funny how the shorts underneath skirts were more protection than actual women's underwear. The whole industry is so messed up. Now, obviously, I would be wearing leggings with this. I would never be caught dead in just the skirt because I was just that modest. I was really not like other 13-year-olds. And this one, of course, is got from the thrift store, children's department. All of this was... I was way too small for women's clothing. This was one of the least tight shirts that I had in this era. In gym class when I was 14, I would always take a safety pin and I would pin back the parts of the shirt and I would look extra skinny. And I used to be really skinny just because of the estrogen and because I was small. It would always come undone and it was always pinching me. It was an oof, but that's how I tried to make myself look attractive to the opposite gender. Ooh, and this was also Streetwear Society, which was one of my favorite brands. Damn, we really got more sleepwear, huh? I really like this one. I was really sad that I had to put it downstairs, but I guess it was summertime. But really, I don't know the origin of this, as it's been many years. Now this shirt I wore excessively in middle school. Can you guess why? It was so freaking skinny and it was so 2010s. I wanted to look extra trendy. I mean, I hated the cap sleeves because they make me look like I was never built to wear human clothing. Have you ever heard of a sleeve that's 2 inches long? This would a very well-worn spring and summer outfit with leggings, of course. They're still just over there. I'm not sure what to do with this shirt. I just hate how women's clothing will not advocate for people with any type of shoulder. I mean, I was assigned female at birth. Here's the last of the distinctively 12 and under type clothes I owned. I think I had this at 11. It's just really small now. But I love this thing because it looked like the dress that chick was wearing in one of Justin Bieber's music videos. I'm kind of blanking, bro. I didn't slurp enough today, so slurp bucket is a little empty. But yeah, I just really love this, but I never had any time to wear it, and it was always a little too short on me. I wish I could have worn this more, but hopefully I can find somebody who's, you know, small enough to fit into it, so I can pass it on to somebody who doesn't even know who Justin Bieber is. But this was one of the most poshest clothing I ever owned at that age. This was of Roxy, which I never frickin' had much of. It was expensive and it never reached thrift stores. Obviously this isn't a shirt, and I would never be caught dead in it because of modesty. I wasn't even frickin' Christian. I wasn't even taught like that, but I just didn't want to be seen as a hoe because I thought promiscuity was just, you know, this horrible frickin' thing. I just always wanted to look really presentable. Here's a more grown-up look, which you would not have found in any of these outfits. As you can see, we got them leg. Obviously, I got these jeans when I was about 15, 16, but it's still been a while. All the really cool chicks in my middle school had ones like these, so I always wanted them. As you can see, we're growing up a little. As you can see by the skirt, it took a while. I actually made my mom buy me this skirt and many others like this one at Zellers because I was really freaking worried I was gonna get bullied in middle school. So these are a grade 7 purchase, and No bullying occurred that I know of pretty much anyone. So, it was a bit of a waste of money, but at least I look good. Didn't even frickin' wear this stuff as much as I should have to avoid bullying. But it wasn't an issue. And this is what I would have worn for a Valentine's Day look, because, you know, homie gotta dress up. I did not wear this shirt ever. I might have worn it once or twice. It's a Reitman's. This is grown woman clothing. I did not wear this. It did not fit. So I'll just consign that. This one's pretty revealing. A 14-year-old me would have taken more safety pins here and here. I was always up on the safety pins for some reason. Your boy just did not want to show the boob. And I wanted to look like clothing fit me, even though it did not. They just didn't make grown woman clothing in my size. Which is 100% not my fault. But society would want you to believe that. This would have been an outfit that I would have loved to wear, but would have thought way too frickin' revealing or something. But this skirt was epic, not gonna lie. Whatever that trope is, not the manic pixie dream girl, but you know, the edgy one. That is this kind of outfit. And I'm sure I've got a headband in this barrel to go with that. Oh, I got this zipper one from a dollar store. Found this one at an EDM concert. I've had this one since I was a small child. How does it still fit? The world will never know. This was the earliest purchase. Grade 3. Now that was a time. A beautiful time, in fact. You know, it's funny. I was wearing this at a time when I should have worn this. This was what I wore as a 13-year-old girl. All the frickin' time. That super cutesy kid stuff. Whereas everybody else was trying to look like a grown woman. Which I did not want, because grown women have no fashion sense. It was almost as if no one but me had ever seen one. What the hell is this? This is some frickin' Miami Morty BS. Now this is a particularly mixed look. See, I've got this shirt, which reminds me of this beautiful frickin' shirt I had was 9, which made me feel so much like myself. It was the littest thing in the world. This was basically its replacement when I turned 12 and saw it at Walmart. And that's the time when our Walmart was new. And I've got this very grown-up headband, which I would wear for formal occasions. And I've got a very formal skirt on, which is a size 6. That's right, a children's size 6. I literally own this since most of my audience was born. Now this would have been a very formal outfit for me. I've got some kind of event to go to in the frickin' summertime. As you can see by the South Pole hoodie shirt with no hood because it's grown up youth culture clothing. And this dollar store headband. And this very expensive skirt that I got from Please Mom. It's a size 10-12. I was really that small. I would have been feeling bad in this outfit, dog. And this was my favorite skirt. It's got that very odd type of waistband. Not really sure what that was, but I always let it hang. I let my nuts hang. I couldn't figure out why for the life of me I had ever gotten rid of this skirt till I found this whole bunch of stuff down there. It was a wild time, dog. It was, you know, what some people would call the diggitiest time. I bought this shirt because I really like Joey Blomoff too, and that homie would wear stuff like this all the time. This was somewhere between me just liking that YouTuber and me attempting to socially transition on some kind of level. As you can see, the scarf is attached, which is a trademark of women's clothing, but it's very baggy, which was something I never wore when I was trying to be perceived as female. So this was the most boyish thing I owned at one point. I mean, it's so frickin' baggy, dog. It's got that type quality. But yeah, so I suppose this can't really qualify as me trying on clothes anymore and rating them. It's more or less a style evolution without actual pictures. But yiggity, eyes out.